We now take you to Ayanda Nyathi, who is at the Water Purification Plant in Rietvlei in Pretoria. So Ayanda, now you are doing the grand reveal, the final product, if you may. What's happening there?
Yeah, I'm a man of my word, but I mean, as you can hear, it's incredibly loud where we're at because it takes a lot of energy to get this right. But because we've made friends here at Rietvlei, they're going to try and see if they can settle some of the machinery behind us. At the very least, don't worry, it's not going to affect any of the procurement or the purification of the water. But it's important so that you're able to hear us and we can tell the story as best as we can. This, as you mentioned, is the final stages. There you go. You know, all you have to do is pray sometimes and these things happen. This is the final stage, as it were, before the water is essentially transported from this particular facility to two reservoirs, actually. As you can appreciate, it takes quite a lot of work to get resources like this, important resource from the dams through some of these systems, ultimately to where we are and into your task. But again, these are just broad strokes. Let's bring in our guests who can delve into a bit more of the detail. Joining us once again from this stage of the plant is once again Jerry Kutu, as well as our good friend Marcus Matebula. Great to see you again, gentlemen. And thank you for allowing us to hang around with you for much of the morning. So you've got the final product in your hand. We'll speak about it in just a moment, but let's start by placing where we are now and what typically happens behind us.
Okay, where we are is a pump station. Behind us is 6 big pumps that are pumping water out. 3 are pumping into Garsfontein Reservoir, and the 3 are pumping into Klapperkop Reservoir. So, and what I'm having here is the final product from our filters. It gets into the collection chamber, as you can see how clean is it. But from here, it doesn't mean that you can drink it, because we have to disinfect it first. Then it goes into a clear water well, whereby we are disinfecting it, then we pump it out.
I was about to ask if I can have a sip.
No. You just have to wait for it to be chlorinated first.
Fair enough. I know, as I've been expressing this for much of the morning, that there are a few steps, and Mr. Matebula, we did skip a few of them in order to get to this point. I think if we tell you every single thing, we'll be here all day. But there was another aspect that you had showed us earlier on where the water moved into. Break it down for us before the water eventually comes to this point.
As it comes here, it comes from the disinfection area where water is being collected from the DEF. As it filtered out from the filters, and it goes to where it goes to meet with our chlorine there, where now it comes here to this louding space, as you call it, and it goes to the distribution areas.
Absolutely. And yeah, let's speak about just how much noise is accompanied by water purification, because I think people don't really know, right? As soon as you get water coming out of your taps, you think it was a smooth process, but my goodness, you and I could barely hear each other when some of these machines were taking place. So I'm hoping we're able to show some of our viewers what we're able to see, but what are some of the energy requirements of a place like this?
Look, it requires a lot of energy and a lot of hard work. In here where we are above 80 decibels noise. So as a result, we have to put earmuffs, but you can see that we haven't put that because it's switched off. Right. Yes. Right.
And are there no dangers associated with that? The switching on and off, because I'm sure a plant like this needs to be constantly operational.
Yes, look, if you switch off and on, and off, you kill the drives of the pumps. As a result, we'll need more maintenance and more maintenance. So as a result, we keep it running so that we don't switch it off and on and off, yeah.
A big part of the concern for many people around the country really has been about whether or not we are preserving water, whether or not we have enough water, and you guys work so closely with this resource. As you watch the news, as you listen to people speaking, I mean, in what ways do you think ordinary people can play their part to even make your job easier?
I guess how can the public play their part is just to conserve water. When you open a tap, please don't let it run, close it. And make sure that you fix all your leaks in the house, then we will be safe.
Absolutely. I guess it's on that note that we'll have to leave it, at least for now. Thank you so much for helping us hang around with you. It's not my usual day in the office, but certainly one I enjoyed nonetheless. And there you have it, Jerry Kutu and Marcus Matebula, who work here at the Rietvlei. It's a water treatment plant, and it's an important distinction to make because they are also waste water treatment plants that has to do with your sewage and the like. What we were actually doing today is getting you a sense of the steps essentially from the clouds into the dams and ultimately into your food and your belly. So it's an elaborate process, if I were to tell you. It's a huge facility where we're at and much quieter than it is on any other day. But hopefully we've given you an opportunity to just glean slightly into what it takes ultimately to ensure that the water, which we so scarcely, or rather, which is so scarce in the country, but we so desperately need. Hopefully we've given you a sense of what it takes ultimately to get it into your homes.